Welcome to the Sweet Science Lab. We're doing our first fantasy fight simulation, which is where I'm going to be going round by round of how I think this could possibly play out. And then at the end, I'm going to give a short analysis and explanation of why I chose the outcomes that I chose. And so we're going to get straight into it. Both of them are 35. Both of them are at 147. And that's what time period and what weight they're fighting at. Here we go. Floyd versus Crawford, the first fantasy fight of this channel. Round 1 and 2. Floyd comes out in a wide stance and Crawford comes out in orthodox. For the first couple rounds, the match is looking like it won't be competitive. Floyd is showing a significant speed advantage, and not only with his hands and his feet, but his reflexes as well. His jab is landing almost at will, and he dances away from most of the shots, but throws as he lands some sharp counters. Crawford's defense gets better in round 2, and he starts landing some body shots, but the first 2 rounds are bad for him. Rounds 3 and 4. Crawford comes out southpaw round 3 and is playing with Floyd's lead hand. He turns up the pressure. Now he's cutting off the ring better with his feet and with body shots. Floyd is still stinging him with counters and superior foot speed. Roger tells Floyd going into round 4, don't get too cocky. Bud is setting something up. Floyd slows his pace, but he's still out dabbing Crawford even in southpaw, but Crawford is catching up to him. He even timed him with a couple of good counters. Round 5. Floyd is comfortable and now throwing more lead right hands to the body and head. Crawford slips one and counters with a backhand southpaw uppercut. Floyd is rocked bad and his legs are compromised. Crawford's eyes widen as he closes in. Floyd ducks underneath some hooks and tries to initiate a clinch. Crawford gets control of Floyd and throws him off towards the ropes. Floyd is still hurt. He covers up. Crawford throws a combination and the right hook gets through the guard and puts Mayweather down. He sits on one knee for a couple seconds, then looks up at the ref and gets up at 8. Floyd recovers well and dances and jabs his way to the next round. Round 6. Floyd throws a lead right and misses, and then leans his weight on Crawford's neck as he did several times before in the match. This time, Crawford picks him up in the air and carries him several feet and sets him down and throws him towards the ropes again. Mayweather looks at Kenny Bayless and complains. Crawford tries to punch as the referee steps away, but Floyd avoids the shot, moving to his left, which runs him into a right hook. He gets buzzed and covers up, takes some good damage through his guard. On to round 7. Before he comes out for round 7, Bo Mack tells Bud that you have to find your rhythm, you can put him away. Bud comes out bouncy and springy, but Floyd is putting out a stiff jab up top into the body that's controlling the round and upsetting Bud's rhythm. Bud's upset, but he sees something. Bud comes out bouncing again in round 8. He's looking for it. He's looking for what he sees. He leans forward. Floyd jabs and he slips the jab and counters over top with a powerful southpaw jab. He looks to counter as many Floyd's jabs as possible and succeeds on several occasions in rounds 8. Round 9 and 10. Floyd knows this is a tough fight and he starts to get in his bag. He feints a level change as if he's going to the body. Crawford throws out that right hand and then he comes over the top with a left hook and he wobbles Crawford. Crawford stumbles back and Floyd hesitates before throwing a stabbing cross to the body, followed by a left hook that lands again. Crawford smothers and controls Mayweather. He puts him against the ropes and the referee separates them. Crawford gets aggressive trying to steal the round back, but Floyd dances and counters and sets up his jab with feints. Crawford comes out aggressive in the 10th round, putting on more pressure, but his output is lower. Floyd is confused and so he starts stepping to Crawford, but he's not forcing anything. Floyd feints his jab and Crawford looks to counter over the top, but Floyd pulls back and lands a clean right hand. Crawford smiles as he presses the action some more. Crawford feints an aggressive step in. Floyd commits with another right hand. Crawford slips the right hand and lands a big body shot that gets a reaction out of Floyd. They go back to their corners. Round 11. Bo Mack tells Bud to make this an inside fight because he's stronger than him. Roger tells Floyd to keep boxing on the outside. He's not quick enough to catch up to you and to use your feints. They both go out in that 11th round and play out the game plan. Floyd is countering well from the outside and Crawford is having his moments as well on the outside, but on the inside Crawford is bullying Floyd. However, Floyd is so slick that he's avoiding most of the damage. And in one clinch exchange, Floyd tries to pull back, but Bud catches him with his hands down. Floyd gets buzzed, Crawford rushes in, and Crawford's looking to punish him on the ropes with hooks and wide shots. Floyd blasts Crawford with a short left hook that stumbles him back as Crawford gets wobbled again. The bell rings. Round 12, Crawford comes out bouncing, but he's aggressive with his foot pressure, looking to damage Mayweather. Mayweather is back in a very bladed stance, feinting a lot and staying on the outside, very careful and cautious. Crawford is trying to catch up to him, but Floyd is escaping the offensive onslaught by putting defense first and pot shotting. Crawford lands the heavier shots, but they are few, where Mayweather lands the larger quantity of clean shots. The final bell rings. It's a split decision. One judge scores it 114-113 Crawford. The other judge scores it 115-112 Mayweather. The final judge scores it 114-113 for your winner by split decision, Floyd Money Mayweather. And here's my explanation for why I chose the things that I chose. Looking at them both at the same age, Floyd is definitely faster with his hands and his feet. And I was looking particularly at the Manny Pacquiao fight, where the foot speed and hand speed and the reflexes on display there was just ridiculous by both of them. And then that's Floyd's arguably fastest opponent at welterweight. Well, I'm trying to think. I don't think there's anybody faster than Pacquiao at welterweight that Floyd faced. And then on the other hand, for Crawford, his fastest opponent was Porter, who's also fast, but no, he's no Manny Pacquiao. If you look at the speed on display in both of those fights, Floyd and Manny are a different level, not only in foot speed, but hand speed, and probably, well, Floyd definitely has the reflex advantage as well. But as far as attributes go, Crawford is the bigger, stronger man with longer reach. He will give Floyd problems on the outside because Floyd has problems with people on the outside with the same reach as him or longer. Like Oscar De La Hoya, there's a couple other examples, but some skilled dudes that know how to use their reach, they can give Floyd problems on the outside. He will bully Floyd on the inside like he has never felt before, so clinching will be problematic for Floyd. And then one thing I brought up before the Crawford versus Spence fight and after is the level change shots up top that they get Crawford. Crawford's been hurt by those. He's been caught by those consistently. That was the most successful shot for Spence, and Mayweather does a lot of those level change and then come over top type shots. And so I think that's something Floyd will rely on, and it's something that I probably mentioned in the round by round breakdown. And then the final note: it's important to acknowledge recency. The final note: it's important to acknowledge recency bias. When Floyd was on top of the world, no one thought he could be beat. Now that Crawford's on top of the world, no one thinks that he can be beat. Truthfully, both of these men have flaws, and it's up to the eyes of us, the fans, to decide how each man would take advantage of each other's flaws and deal with each other's strengths. This is my take, and I think it's a competitive fight. It can go either way, but I think Floyd has the IQ to match Crawford and a lot of physical attributes to give him trouble. On top of that, the style he can bring to the table would give Crawford even more trouble. Those are my thoughts, and you can tell me your thoughts down below. Immortality Serum out.